And welcome back, everybody. This is Movies and Beyond. I'm Callum. That's Kyle. Kyle, how are we doing today?
Yeah, man, pretty good.
Yeah, man, pretty good. Nice.
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Yeah,
How you doing, mate?
yeah, been alright, mate. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you,
been a...
you popping your Red Bulls, mate?
mate, fucking just one today, mate.
Yeah, mate, I've been popping Prime, mate.
Oh,
Man,
mate.
exclusive Prime, mate. I'm having the cool kill drink. Yeah,
You gotta
mate.
get your house burgled again.
Yeah, mate. Pretty important. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, mate, yeah.
Yeah, it's alright, though. It's alright, though. I'm never leaving. Always home.
Yeah. Right, anyway,
Got
Kyle.
superpowers, mate. I got Prime.
The MCU. Mate, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Just had some Prime, mate. Got a lot of
I will
cash in
come down to yours and I will slap you.
it. Yeah, you better come.
You know I will.
Don't make promises you can't keep, mate.
Shut up. Shut up.
Got a bottle of Prime right here for you.
Right. The MCU, Kyle. We've
Yeah,
talked
mate.
about this before.
Sorry, I'm just in a very fuck it mood.
Yes, I can see.
Fuck it Monday.
It's Marvel Monday, barring Knives Out. But the MCU, we talked about this before. They are possibly rebooting after Secret Wars. Well, there's someone at Marvel right now who is writing a book on the rise of the MCU. They're in the studio. You know, they're getting all this first-hand information, and they've come out and said in a podcast recently that no, that is the case. They are going to be rebooting after Secret Wars.
It's a soft reboot. It's not a full reboot. It's a
So,
soft
yeah,
reboot.
soft reboot, and Kevin Feige has said, you know, for Secret Wars itself, is a chance to bring in characters we never thought we'd see in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and bring ones back we never thought we'd see again. Now, obviously, I'll be talking about Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr. in that sentence. But, yeah, you know, we said this before. An MCU reboot is probably the best thing to do after Secret Wars. It's probably the best thing to do to keep it fresh. I don't think this has anything to do with quality, because they're doing that now. They are fixing that as we speak. But also, what came out of this interview is Marvel is very aware of what's going on, you know, and they are very not disappointed. They are doing everything they can to fix the situation they're in. So that's like we heard about the TV the other day. They're no longer just going to be produced by, you know, TV movie execs. They're actually getting showrunners in. They're actually going to pilot one episode. They're not just going to chuck out money into it from the beginning like they did with Daredevil. And now, because I do believe they want to make a Daredevil show, so they're going to have to redo that. But they're going to make pilots, get showrunners on it, and they're going to go for multi-season shows, not just the limited seasons. So that's great as well. But yeah, reboot. I'll ask you one more time. You up for it?
I'm up for it. I just don't get the picture you've chosen for the topic.
Well, because they're all going. So it's bye-bye.
I mean, you just said that there's a possibility to bring back these old characters.
Yeah, in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, Kyle, you do fucking 10 hours at work and come home and fucking do it.
Mate, it won't take me 10 hours to do it.
That's not what I said, dipshit.
Yeah, but you do it at work, though, don't you?
No, I don't. That's not true. That's not true. I'm not a time thief.
Cheap forklift.
I'm not a time thief. I wouldn't do that. Anyway,
Shut up, mate. I bet you're in the toilet for like an hour.
masturbating. But still.
I'm going to say happy shitting, but happy masturbating.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
Who would you want to see be some of the carryovers then from a reboot if we got one?
Carryovers.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what are they doing with Scarlet Witch though? Because I feel like that story. I feel like with Scarlet Witch story, it's like, oh, they're doing the House of M, and then it's like, oh, they're doing something with.
I think with Scarlet Witch they always get so close doing House of M and then don't do it.
Yeah.
Right, I tell you what, let's play a game. Throw some names at me, and I'll tell you if I think they're staying or not.
Cliff Hansen. I'm joking.
Cliff
Okay.
Hansen.
Cliff Booth. Well, Thor's not going to be about, so that's a no.
I'd say Hemsworth's gone.
I'd say I have a good idea of who I know who's going to be in the new reboot when they do it. It's all these new characters that they've introduced.
I'd say anyone who's been introduced in Phase 4 definitely gets to stay.
Is staying, yeah.
Moon Knight, it's definitely say.
I'm curious with Tom Holland's Spider-Man though.
I think they are going the way of Miles Morales after Secret Wars.
The thing is, I feel like I don't know. I feel like with Tom's in a weird situation where it's like he's been Spider-Man for a long time now.
Yeah, he's getting to that point anywhere he's gonna be, where he's gonna look too old to play Spider-Man, but then look too young to play anyone else.
Yeah, but what I mean is like, so with him, obviously he's been in the Avengers films. He was first introduced in Civil War, so he's had a lot of screen time in the MCU. I'm just looking at it as like, if they want to do like a 9-movie thing where they've got 9 movies with this same actor as the same character, it's going to be something like the Harry Potter thing. But I feel like because we've had him play as Spider-Man in these other films already, he's already got that. Do you know what I mean? He's a veteran now in the MCU. Like, it's like if you look, he's not just like the new Spider-Man. That like you look at him and you're like, oh, Spider-Man. You don't go, oh.
Yeah, no, he is.
He's a really good Spider-Man as well. I love Tom Holland. I think he's great. I love Homecoming. I didn't like Far From Home as much, but No Way Home obviously is phenomenal because it's got all of them. But if they do Miles Morales, I really, really like. My dream is to see Tom Holland a little bit older,
mentor him
into it. Yeah. But the thing is, like, obviously in the comics, when that happens, Peter dies, and if they're gonna do that, they need to give Tom a bit of bit of. He's already got that. Like I said, he's already got that time there. We've seen loads of him. He's been in the MCU since what, 2016 was it? In Civil War,
2016. Cast
exactly,
in 2015.
Yeah. And it's what, 2023. So it's been a while, and I wouldn't mind seeing more Tom Holland. I think he's great.
I want to see him in that symbiote before he leaves us.
Oh no, I've seen so many like fan edits. I saw a video. I watched this essay about they were like shitting all over. It was basically talking about the Venom, the character. Obviously because the Spider-Man 2 game comes out on Friday. I was just looking at a bit of like Venom history. They were saying, oh, Venom's got like a cool design in this game and a cool design in that game. And then he's in the Venom film, he's got all like spunk lines all over him. And I'm like, don't ruin it for me. I paid so much for that hot toy. I love Venom in that. So yeah, I would love to see that, but I hope they don't do the.
If Holland goes into the reboot, I'd say he's there for 3 films max. Yeah. 3 films max.
Well, he's definitely getting the symbiote. I mean, they wouldn't leave the symbiote in the MCU. They did it in such a weird way. I feel like for me personally, I would have been happy if they fucked off the Sony universe and just kept Venom in this universe. Because I was happy with the Venom we got. Yeah, the movies aren't the greatest. But Tom Hardy,
the fun,
Brock and Venom. Yeah. Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock Venom is fucking great. I love it.
Yeah, no, definitely. Oscar Isaac as Moon Knight.
Yes,
staying.
But yeah. Like I said, we're kind of hoping for that they're going to do the Midnight Suns. So that's something they should really look into. I feel like that will appeal to a different audience, but it will also bring in that new audience. And it's somewhat different. you know, it's something a bit more mystical because I feel like we've had two Doctor Strange films, and in that time we had three Spider-Man films. This is something like I love the magic stuff, with Doctor Strange and everything. I love all that shit. It's fucking great. But they don't do enough of it.
No.
I mean,
Well, here's my next one then. Benedict Cumberbatch is Strange carryover or not? Or do you think he's going to be a big death at the end of the multiverse saga? Because I think now our big deaths in the multiverse saga would probably be, to really add some stakes to it, would be Thor, would be Benedict Cumberbatch as Strange, and maybe even losing Brie Larson as Captain Marvel.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how I would feel about Doctor Strange dying.
Well, it
I
is the thing because he's such a good. He can fit anywhere.
Yeah.
He can fit anywhere. He's such a versatile character. So it's like, do they really want to kill him? Maybe Hulk. Maybe Mark Ruffalo's Hulk catches a.
I mean, shit. If they fucking right. I'm gonna say this now. Wong for me could carry that mantle, but I'm still waiting on that. Wong and
Madison Show.
yeah, I want that. I mean,
One of the
if it's like
standouts from She-Hulk.
if it's one episode, right? That should have been like a special for something. Do you know what I mean? If they're gonna do some sort of Christmas special, that's what you do. I mean, it'd just be like such a fan servicey thing, but it'd be so good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Bring back both of those characters because they were great together. That's probably like one of my favorite things, like besides Daredevil in She-Hulk. Obviously, like I said, the first episode is great.
The first
But
episode of She-Hulk is great.
yeah,
It really is.
really good. Yeah, it's just it doesn't hold up well to it.
No. Like I said, obviously the Daredevil episode is great. Well, I'll ask you this then. Charlie Cox's Daredevil staying?
Obviously,
I think they can keep that man around for as long as they want because that man
same with
wants to do
Loki.
it.
Same with Loki.
You really think Hiddleston will stay as Loki if we don't have Hemsworth as Thor?
I mean, Thor. I mean, Chris Hemsworth did do a movie without Loki, so.
I don't think he'd be more like, fuck you, you cunt, I'm staying.
No, I mean with Loki, they've gone, oh, he's got his own thing going on now, and they've kind of saved a character that had a meaningful death. Like I still, like thank God, I've not heard anyone complain about the whole Loki situation because, they did it so well in the Loki show of like they killed this character off. He had such a meaningful death in Endgame, Infinity War. Sorry, the start of Infinity War, and they brought him back in Loki, but he's a variant.
Yeah,
Still
that character is dead.
Yeah, it feels like ours. It was like the best way that they could do it.
Yeah.
Same with the Black Panther mantle and T'Challa. They did that. They did that They did that in like the best way possible.
Yeah.
I think with Black Panther, they did it. I didn't even expect that. I thought about it. I'm thinking, no. But then you said to me, "Oh, what about in what if in Secret Wars
He's aged up.
he's
Yeah.
aged up, and then you still get that T'Challa character, and you can still do the stories with that T'Challa character. So it's like a reboot, but not
Yeah.
Marvel know what they're doing. I trust them after everything, after Loki and Black Panther, Spider-Man. They know what they're doing when it comes to sort
Well,
of.
they're definitely on a course correction right now, which is shown with Daredevil. They are like, no, this isn't good enough. And if they know something's not good enough and they're not going to put it out,
Yeah.
they're getting, Kevin Feige is allowed to be very hands-on again since Bob Chapek left Disney, and Bob Iger's given him all his power back, and he can go in there and he can say, no, we're not doing that, we're doing this, we're doing that. So yeah, this is all great stuff, but I just want to say one more thing for Secret Wars. Chris Evans as Captain America, Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, Chris Hemsworth as Thor, Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I want to see that all together.
When you say it like that, I know we disagreed about the whole Captain America being our Captain America thing before. We will get into that. We already went into that. It's a closed loop. Let's leave it.
It's a debate which I won, so that's all you need to.
Well,
Shut up.
I'm gonna be reasonable here, okay? I think we both have good points,
But I had better ones.
but you're a cunt.
I am.
But
I am. At least we can admit that.
yeah, no. So, um, no. So when you say it like that, when you say let's bring everybody together, let's bring everything Marvel that everybody loves. Do you know what I mean? Even the stuff that people don't love, like Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
Morbius.
Mob, no, okay, right, that's too far. That let's just bring it all together. I feel like they're kind of doing that a little bit in Deadpool 3, just from the rumors that we've heard. Obviously, it's gonna. I think a lot of the rumors that we've heard, I think it's like a No Way Home situation. I think it's probably true. I'm not trying to get my hopes up for it, but Ben Affleck is definitely in this film as Daredevil in Deadpool 3. So when it comes to Secret Wars, they have to up that. It's an Avengers level movie. It's an Avengers movie, so they have to do that. Deadpool 3 is coming out, and it's like an Avengers level movie. Same with like No Way Home. No Way Home felt like an
Spider-Man
Avengers level
Endgame.
movie.
That's what it felt like.
That's what it felt like. So, yeah, obviously we don't want to go on this topic too much longer. It's been a bit minute, but when you say it like that, bringing all these characters we know and love all together in one massive film.
Yeah. That's why. Do you know what? That's why if every MCU film, every MCU project is shit up until Secret Wars, I will still go see them all, and I will still be there opening day, because this has been such a big part of my life, and
It has.
and I want to see how it concludes.
I'll say this: I'm not looking forward to everyone like complaining again after Secret Wars. You're gonna hear that same bullshit again about, oh, Marvel have fallen off after rebooting, and I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah.
It's just going to be you think it's bad now, it's going to be even worse.
Or it will get worse, because the hate does sell, and that's as simple as it is.
I fucking hate Marvel. It's a bag of shit.
Yeah. Do you know what? We should make another channel just like the complete opposite, but like invert the colours and talk about the topics, but with different opinions.
I think it's fucking stupid, mate. I hated Chris Hemsworth as fucking Thor.
Yeah. Robert Downey syndrome, more like.
Well, that's too far.
No, it's not. It's never too far.
Nah, I would have said Robert Senior. Robert Senior Downey as Iron Man.
Yeah. Ugh, I prefer the Incredible Bulk.
You know what? I think we need to make that as one of our things. I think maybe not 24 hours, because that would be literal hell. But we should watch The Bulk or do something with it.
That's a film, that, isn't it? It's like the purple.
It's an actual film, yeah. All right. We'll do a review, and it has to like last a certain time limit or some shit like that. Like we have to give it like an honest review and really go in deep with it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I feel like that'll be a funny video.
Anyway, you're gonna be happy. Deadpool 3 apparently is gonna try and keep its original release date of May next year. Apparently they've only got like a month left of shooting, and Marvel is putting every bit of money and every resource into getting this film out on time. Apparently they're happy with the script. In fact, they're very happy with the script, and they know it doesn't need to be revised, because this is the only thing we've heard of that isn't changing since the writers have come back. And they want to get, as soon as actors are allowed back, they want to get right into it. And that's it, and they're going for it.
Yeah.
Do you think Deadpool 3 will make its May release date?
See, you know me when it comes to things, like I'm the worst person to ask about this when it comes to like release dates, especially with films. Like just a bit of context here. When Callum's very like on point with things coming out. Me, not so much. Not because I don't want to. I feel like if I don't, it just all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, next week I'm gonna go see, whatever in the cinema.
Which we need to get tickets for the Marvels.
We do, but I'm the opposite when it comes like in a sense of like with games and stuff. Sorry. with games, I'm very like on point with it. So just a bit of context there. With this film, like I said before, this film can take as long as it needs to come out. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I don't want to think about it, Callum, because I know what's going to be in this film. Fucking Hugh Jackman is already back. He's rocking that suit. I mean, I do wish he didn't have the yellow arms. That's the one criticism I have.
So you want Hugh Jackman to die of cancer? Is that what you're saying? Because that's why they covered his arms up.
Is that the real reason why?
Yeah, he's already had cancer at nose. Just before Logan came out, but it's a common thing in Australian men. Is like little forms of skin cancer which they just like cut off.
Yeah.
Very susceptible to it.
1 second. Pause, Callum. Can we pause for 1 second?
No, we can't.
Oh, you mother hubber.
We're running this.
Okay. 1 second then.
And this is the Movies and Beyond in between segment where Kyle is speaking to his mum. He could have muted his own mic at least.
Sorry, we just had groceries delivered.
It's honestly Kyle's like, pause it, please. It's like your mum were gonna come in and beat you or something. I don't want people to see this side of me.
I'm in pain all the time.
Yeah.
Help me. Fuck's sake. Yeah, no, we're fine now. We're fine. Anyways, so yeah, is that actually the reason? Because I heard that and I was like, oh, is that actually the reason? That's pretty fucking crazy. I mean, then you'd think like, oh, would he not have the, you know?
I think we'll see that at some point.
I hope so. I mean, like with how they've done him with the whole pointy hair thing, you know, they've kind of done it, and it's like with Green Goblin, what they did in No Way Home. They didn't use the mask. They put the mask on the front of the glider, and they just had, you know, Willem Dafoe rocking the Green Goblin.
Hell
you know what I mean?
But obviously, if this does make its release date, there's one thing I do want to say right now is the actors have suspended talks with the studios.
Mm-hmm.
So that won't be getting resolved anytime soon. We've got, what, 2 months left of this year? No, for about 3 months, 2.5 months left of this year. And then we've got 5 months until the film comes out then in May.
Yeah.
So I think it's possible. They've already been working. On visual effects in the scenes they've shot already. You know, apparently.
So, I mean, I know the visual effects. They're not a union, are they? They should be.
I know they have unionized, but the union they have gone with, you know, a union can only, you know, they've got the contracts in, and then it's right. We vote every year, not every year, every, you know, 4 years or something like that on a strike. Now, but Marvel's VFX team is not that big. They outsource a lot of stuff. So, like I said earlier, when we talked about it before, it shouldn't really impact them that much. If it was to happen. But, yeah. Another thing as well, they are same's going for Captain America, Brave New World. They are very determined on that hitting its release date. They said they've just got some pickups to do here and there. They've got some reshoots. Obviously, we reported that it finished filming a couple months back, but obviously, Marvel always puts that bit of extra time into its schedule for reshoots.
That's going to be a very surprising film for a lot of people because I don't feel like they know what's happening in this film. You know, with the whole, you know, with the recasting they had to do, unfortunately, because of Gemma Ross, the actor who played Gemma. I forgot his name.
I think a lot of people it's going to go.
Yeah, I'm excited for that film, but Deadpool 3, man, is going to be something else.
Captain America fan, right here. Yeah. The biggest one of the biggest Captain America fans. And I don't mean fat, I mean like in terms of like liking the character.
Well, I mean, you kind of mean both, really. But yeah. Anyway.
Got that Sam Wilson Captain America hot toy right there. Winter Soldier Captain America. Got Bucky.
Yeah, he can't put the wings on it because his display.
It don't fit in the detail, man. No, I can, but I don't want to bend all wings up and. Get it all.
Tell you what, are you still wanting to get a Deadpool? That's a question for you. You obviously want to get a Deadpool.
I want that Deadpool.
You want that Deadpool?
I want that Deadpool.
See, I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh, do I regret getting that Deadpool?
No, because that's a great costume as well.
And I'm like, no. I'm glad I went with number 2. Number 1 isn't that good.
I'd get the number 2 one, but I'd have to get Cable at the same time.
Yes, you were going to get that third-party Cable, weren't you?
Yeah, years ago.
Apparently, it's better than the actual one.
Proportions are a bit better, but I'd rather have the official one.
Yeah.
And it's
I'd rather have both, but
yeah.
You know. But yeah, what about Hugh Jackman's Wolverine? Now, for you,
does a bear shit in the woods?
Probably, yeah.
All right. I like the one where it's like, does the Pope's dick fit in a donut? It's like, I don't know.
See, for me, if I were to get a hot toy, for me personally, because I know you grew up watching the animated X-Men TV show, didn't you? Yeah. I never really watched it, I'll admit. I was more into the 90s Spider-Man show. Of course, I'm the biggest fucking Spider-Man geek
And he don't mean from the size of his head.
Mate, I bet you were like, oh, look, it's me, when he was fighting that fucking...
Don't you fucking say it. Don't you fucking say it, mate. Because Kyle, every time you watch a fucking alien film, mate, it's like, oh, look, it's me with my long fucking elongated head, because I look like a fucking xenomorph from side. Go on, give us a side profile, you cunt.
I love xenomorph. I love the design of them. I think they're great. They're proper, like, they represent me as a person.
Go on, mate, I'm going to get Sigourney Weaver to blow you out of an airlock. Shut the fuck up.
That's awesome. No, anyways, for me, I do you know what, Callum? You should get these two, and if you do these two, you need to put it in that pose.
All right, but
for me, the hot toy I'd like to get, but officially they haven't brought one out. They brought a third party one out. Third party one out. It's Logan. Logan for me is
yeah.
I just. That's a Wolverine for me.
I think we'll get it eventually. They've just done a Days of Future Past one. Right, let's stop talking about figures because we'll talk about them all day, and one day we'll both do a video each showing off our collections. But not right now. So, Deadpool 3, I hope it can make its release date, and obviously they're very confident in the product they've got, so that's why they're going to rush it through production. And when I say rush it through, I don't mean... like rush it through. I mean, is they're gonna make sure everything is set up so they can just go do the production.
Look. If you have any, like, if you're having it, like, genuinely, if you're having it down, you're probably gonna see a couple of things here where these big articles are gonna say, oh, they're having to rush Deadpool 3. Is it gonna live up to the hype? You're gonna see a lot of that. You are going to see that. Like, don't worry about that. Like, they know this film is a big one.
Oh, I think I've got cancer.
Do you know what? That actually caught it on the mic, by the way, so you didn't really hide it. If you fired, mate, right, that'd be another shot, because you'd fucking hear it.
Mate,
anyways.
I rip ass before we get on.
I rip ass when we're on.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? But yeah, no, fucking... What I was going to say, anyways... Don't have any, like, don't feel like this film is going to have any obstacles to dodge. It won't. It's been delayed. That's all you have to worry about. This film will be good. I'm fairly certain.
Well, they've been reviewing everything and they've not held anything back, and they're saying go for it.
They're not rushing it in the sense of, like, oh, we need to rush it because of certain things. Like, typically,
it's just on the top of their list to do. When everything, all actors are back, it's their main priority.
It's the priority, it's the focus on it. But they're not rushing it to shit it out. They're rushing it so it's like, we can jump back in. We already know what we're doing. We're confident in what we're doing. It's R-rated. They've got the writers for it. They've got the director for it. They've got Hugh Jackman back. They're fighting in front of a fucking 21st Century Fox logo.
20th.
They know what they're doing. Yes, did I say 21st?
Yeah.
All right.
It's alright,
20th.
it's because you're dumb.
I'm trying to have a bit of opium here.
Opium?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go get addicted to heroin. That's always like a fun idea. I always like, whenever we're bored at Kyle's, it's like, why don't we just go get addicted to heroin?
Yeah, you keep saying that to me every like 4 months. Walking to cinema. We're walking to cinema from McDonald's across this massive car park, and he's like, just walking. He's like, "Hey, Kyle, yeah, should we get addicted to heroin?"
Just
Like,
think how much easier life would be. Anyway,
yeah, because it won't exist.
life isn't going to be easy still. You know, they're doing a bit of course correction right now, Marvel Studios, but it's only going to get worse before it gets better. The Marvels is projected for a 50 to 75 million opening weekend. Now, would we say this is a flop? I would say this is the current, this is the... Is that your mum in there? You're looking at your mum?
No,
It's Zara. Punch her in the face and we'll get some domestic abuse on camera.
Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah. So, the Marvels is...
There's going to be a lot. Do you know what? This is where you're going to get see a type of positivity with this. It's like, thank God this is going to flop because I can't stand Captain Marvel or whatever.
Well, I've seen a lot of videos over the weekend of Marvel's finally realises the disaster after it's been too late. I don't think this film was destined to make a lot of money anyway, no matter what was going on in the MCU. So it's not yeah, it's just not the first one made so much money because it came out between Infinity War and Endgame. That's why, as I'm a Captain Marvel fan, I rather enjoy the first film. But I'm not an idiot, and I know it made as much money as it did because it came out between Infinity War and Endgame, and a lot of people saw it as integral to the film. But, you know, we've been on a bit of a decline this year with Marvel's, you know, content in general. We had Quantumania at the beginning of the year, which I still somehow think we both feel the same way about it. It's just we express it differently. You know, definitely not Marvel's best film. Probably one of the worst. You know? But Kang were great in it. And then we got...
See, Kang was the only good... For me, Callum, Kang was the only thing, but in a case of, like... But it could have... Kang wasn't even that good. Kang was the best part, but he wasn't even that good for me, personally. Just because they changed how it was supposed to go.
If they went with that original...
Yes, if they went with the original, I'm really fucking annoyed, because I didn't even hear about it. I'm you know what I mean? I didn't even hear about it till literally, like, after I saw the film. You know, apparently it didn't hit headlines. Do you know what I mean? It could have just stayed under the rug and just stayed as it is. They fucking changed it, and I'm really gutted about that. The CGI, yeah, that's another thing to kind of complain about, I guess. But you know, there's only so much you can do when you're having to rush to make a big film like that. I mean, I love Paul Rudd as Ant-Man. I know you really love it.
Really like him. As you can see, it's my Ant-Man hot tub right there.
Do you know what that is? I think I'd probably go with the original Ant-Man 1. Just I love Ant-Man 1. I love that film. Ant-Man 2, it's okay.
Well,
that
one covers Ant-Man and the Wasp, and it covers Endgame.
Yeah, so you get best of both.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really love Ant-Man the character, and I
one
love
of my favourite in the MCU. One of my favourite.
But they wasted the Wasp, man. They wasted the Wasp.
Yeah.
I felt like they could have done something here where it's like, you know, They could have had the Wasp with Ant-Man, and then they could have done, because obviously it goes into the parents and stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah.
In the
Anyway,
film.
so we had Ant-Man and the Wasp this year. Not received very well. We had Guardians, which was received amazingly. And then we had Secret Invasion, which might be one of the worst things the MCU has ever done. Especially that last episode. You know, I liked 5 of the episodes, and then that last episode just ruined it all. But yeah, and then what have we got now coming out? Loki right now, which 2 episodes so far, pretty good. This film, if it's good, then it'll be alright, but if this film's bad, it will be known as Marvel's worst year ever. Which it's already on track to be. But yeah, just the superhero genre in general, it's not making that much money. The Flash flopped. Blue Beetle flopped. Aquaman's projecting low. This is projecting low. I don't... 50 to 75 million opening is great for a normal film. This is an MCU film. The standard has been set so much higher. And if this film has got a $300 million budget, like it's been reported, yeah, 300 million. No, it's not. It's not going to work out for him. It really won't. I don't think... I don't think Marvel really anticipated this, because I know they saw the over $1 billion that the first Captain Marvel made and thought, let's do that again. But there's a lot of things dragging this film down. It's the Brie Larson hate for no reason. It's the MCU hate for no reason. And it's the, as much as we love Ms. Marvel.
Isn't Ms. Marvel the least what? Sorry, I know you're going into it. Isn't Ms. Marvel the least watched MCU show?
Ms. Marvel is the least watched MCU show.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. She-Hulk should be.
And but I believe it's the best reviewed. I think it might be the best reviewed MCU project ever. Ms. Marvel.
I'm gonna check that. Home.
So we've got all these things going against it. I didn't expect this film to make money anyway, but yeah, I think we're in the final dip now, and then from Deadpool 3, I think it's just going to take off. I think Marvel will truly be back on form.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the...
I'm pretty sure it's either tied with Black Panther or it's better than Black Panther, the original one.
Yeah, Black Panther's really high, as it should be. I mean, CGI was shit, but...
The third act fight in Black Panther's horrific, but I do love the film and the messages in it and the acting, which was fantastic.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to search it. It's been really difficult. Captain Marvel, and we do say like, we're not basing what we think about it. It's just we look at Rotten Tomatoes because that's the that's
like the general consensus.
Yeah, and so like, we don't go into a film if it says it's like 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's not going to, ruin the film for us. It's like, a lot of people don't understand how Rotten Tomatoes works. I didn't understand it for a little bit. Callum told me basically, and like, oh yeah, that kind of makes a bit of sense. So with that being said, it doesn't make a film like, it's like, Black Panther is a phenomenal film. It's one of the MCU's best, but it's not for me, at least. I know everyone can have their own opinion. It's not the best MCU film.
No.
But it is like one of the top ones. It's like it
Yeah.
easily could be in your top three.
Now, Kyle, say the Marvels comes out and this is reviewed amazingly, and
Yeah, you're right.
it's
I
the
swear, I think Black Panther's 96 on Rotten Tomatoes.
it's the best MCU film ever. I still don't think this film's going to make the money if people are saying this is the best MCU film ever.
I think it'll help bunk it up a bit.
It will help bunk it up a bit, but
I don't mean in the sense of like it's not like with The Flash where people could say all the great things about it. With that sort of film, it bunk it up, but only by like a tad, like a small amount. With this, I feel like they have like a nice extra boost. It won't be like cracking high scores for the box office, but it definitely. I feel like they have a bigger advantage of a boost here from the great reviews. It's like, oh, I've heard this movie's actually pretty good, and
yeah.
this movie, like, as a cool kid say, this movie slaps. um, and it will get people wanting to like, oh fuck it, I'll give it a go.
But
I can't wait to see Marvel's back, and no one's gonna go fucking see it.
as we are going into it and we really want to like it going into it, it's a Marvel film. I'm pretty sure we go into every Marvel film really wanting to like it. We go into every film really wanting to like it. There's going to be the people who decided they are going to hate this when it was announced back in 2019 that will hate this film no matter what. And that's because it's their brand.
Here's the thing, like with that as well, it's like there's a lot of backtracking with that, with what people say. It's like, oh, cool to say this movie's good after I just shitted all over it. So I'm gonna say it's cool as well.
Yeah.
There's a yes, like we say all the time, negativity does sell. Unfortunately, that's just how the world works. You know what I mean? That's how it is. But we don't want to do that, and so I'm looking forward to this film, Callum. I really am.
I am.
I'm really looking forward to seeing Ms. Marvel. Obviously, I'd love to see Monica Rambeau again. I don't feel like she's had much time to shine. I'd really want to go into her
She only
character a
really
lot
just
more.
got her powers right at the end of WandaVision.
Yeah, she has. I mean, her suit looks badass. Like, I think her suit is probably the best. I do like Captain Marvel's new redesign. It's a bit more gritted and it feels real rather than kind
I
of
like
just that
Kamala's.
tactical. I like Kamala's too. I like her original in her own show. To be honest, I like that more. But still, I mean, if there's one thing you have to take away, I remember to someone at work who comments on our videos. If you're watching, hi, you know who you are. I told him about Ms. Marvel, and he was like, I don't know, it don't really appeal to me, kind of thing. And I was like, honestly, watch it.
Which I was not looking forward to Ms. Marvel at all. I
No,
thought
I not in the sense of like, oh, I was just like, it doesn't appeal to me
it's like,
personally.
what can I get from this story that appeals to me? And it turns out a little bit, yeah, but it's just the love that Iman Vellani puts into the character makes you fall in love with the character.
Yeah, do you remember? I remember watching one of the late. I think it was one of the not the final episode, but it was one of the later episodes, and I was like, "Oh my god, like this is really good." So
Yeah.
I was messaging you. I remember just spamming you like, "This episode's really fucking good." Like, I want to we need to do the finale together, kind of thing. It was so good. Like that really. It still felt like a Disney Plus show. Don't get me wrong.
But it fit the mold of being a Disney Plus show.
Yes, and it was the best. I think it's probably one of the best. Ooh, Disney Plus show. Where's your ranking with it?
I think it might be my favourite.
I think that too.
It's either that or WandaVision.
Yeah. Yeah, WandaVision's in that weird spot where it's like, oh, do I put it
Moon Knight's up there for me.
It was. Do you know what? With Miss Marvel though, I love a good, and I felt like with this they did a pretty good job of it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so I'm excited to see more Monica Rambeau. I can't wait to see Miss Marvel again. Captain Marvel, she seems a bit more loosened a bit. You know, like you said in the post-credit scene of Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Seem more loosen up a bit. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this film. I think it will be one of pretty good film.
One
It
of the
wouldn't
pretty
surprise,
good film.
it
Yes.
won't surprise me if I like it as much as Shang-Chi. So,
Yeah. But obviously, if this makes 50 to 75 million opening weekend, is the MCU over?
no.
No. I
Yeah,
like.
we're gonna have to do this next one in within 5 minutes or 4 minutes. This next topic, Colin.
Yeah, we got another two.
I know,
Right.
because we got Daredevil. We need to give Daredevil a 10-minute mark.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
So next topic. Knives Out 3.
Yeah.
It's
We with our show, we tried to aim for like I'd say 40 minutes.
yeah.
Right with that, Callum, 40
We
minutes.
do try and aim for
Sometimes
that, but
we do. But just sometimes we like to spin off
we're
and
doing this because we just want to talk to each other about the stuff that's going on.
yeah.
You guys watching is an afterthought. We don't care about you.
No, honestly like if you've gotten this far, please comment. It does mean a lot to us. We like to reply. We like to talk. I mean, the creator was still a shit. Not the creator. The John
Continental.
Wick Continental was still a shit show.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we do like to talk. It gives us insight into what you guys are thinking as well.
Yeah, Kyle jumps on videos and checks to see if there's any comments and stuff like that as well. So yeah. Anyway, Ryan Johnson, he's going full steam ahead. He says he's got the story, he's got the locations, he's got the idea, he's got the movie in his head for Knives Out 3, and he's ready. He just needs to get it all down now. Fuck yeah, I love Knives Out 1.
Is it Netflix again?
Yeah, the Netflix bought 2, didn't they?
Oh, did they? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know. I knew they had a deal with it. I thought is it not 3? I thought it was 3.
It was 2 films. Two. So here's what it was, Kyle. No, it was 2 films. $600 million. The deal was, and you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
$100 million went to Daniel Craig for them both. $100 million went to Ryan Johnson for them both, and $100 million went to one of the producers. So then that leaves them with $300 million to make 2 films. Small films like this, not fucking bad.
I mean, when you look at Netflix, it's like you look at it in the sense of like, oh, sorry, I do want to try get this topic over, but with Netflix, you kind of like you think, oh, it's a streaming platform and it's not going to have that high bar. I mean, look, you've got The Irishman, you've got Daredevil,
Glass
you had
Onion.
the sequel. You had Glass Onion. I liked Glass Onion. I didn't love it. I prefer the first one, but it's still a really good film. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see. Obviously, Daniel Craig
back, yeah.
I mean, if you're, Logan Lucky is an underrated film. I don't think really anyone went to go see it. I'm pretty sure it underperformed in the box office, but it's fucking great. I'm pretty sure it's on like Amazon or something. It's got Adam Driver in it. Kylo Ren from Star Wars. It's got everyone's favorite fucking like cameo guy now, Channing Tatum. He's fucking great. All of them are great in this film. Go watch Logan Lucky. But with this, I can't wait to see Daniel Craig back. And you know what? I know Ryan Johnson has a bit of shit from the Last Jedi Star Wars film.
He's an amazing director. He really is.
He is really good. Like
Looper,
yes,
fuck yes.
yeah. With Looper, thank you for recommending that, Colin, because I love that film. It's a strange,
Oh, Looper's fucking awesome.
awesome.
Looper's fucking awesome.
It gives me PTSD because it's got an oppressor in it from GTA. But other than that, yeah, yeah, no, fucking. Christ, imagine. But yeah, no. I can't wait. Like I said, The Last Jedi for me wasn't a great Star Wars film, but it was still a great film. And Ryan Johnson, I've always had faith. And like I said, I really like Glass Onion. I didn't love it. I really, really liked it though, and the first one I absolutely love. So I can't wait.
Yeah, no, definitely. Right, last topic. Let's get this over and done with. real fucking quick. Vincent D'Onofrio, he's commented on what's happened with Daredevil lately. Obviously, the whole production being changed. They've got rid of all writers and directors. He's got a little quote here. Give it a read, you cunts, because I can't read.
I'll read it. I'll read it.
Go on.
By the way, I can't read.
So, every cool project I've been involved with has evolved constantly during pre-production, production, and post. It's just reported on these days as if it's big news. It's not. It's a simple bunch of creatives doing their best to do it right. It's a constant in this business. I wouldn't have it any other way. Frankly, I'd be worried if we were settling for less. So, he's basically saying, look, shit changes all the time. I don't think it changes on this scale, though, but shit changes all the time, and he is happy that they are showing that they care about this show enough to pull the plug on it and go, no, we're going to do this right. So, what do you think of Vincent D'Onofrio's comments?
Sorry, I'm just looking at his thing. Shit, I mean, that gives me faith. That really gives me a lot of faith because.
Was you just looking for his Twitter?
No, I was looking through his movies.
Oh, right.
Because like he's been involved in some brilliant films. He was in Jurassic. I know that film isn't like hailed as like a excellent film. I love Jurassic World and The Magnificent Seven.
Have you seen Full Metal Jacket?
Yeah, absolutely. So I saw it ages ago,
Yeah.
but
The Full Metal Jacket. He's fucking amazing in that.
That gives me a lot of faith. When he says that, I hope it's not just a marketing thing.
No, he's Vincent D'Onofrio is one of them people on Twitter. He's very honest. He's very open, and he'll say what he's thinking.
Yeah. Go on. Say that. I know what he says, but it's just funny when you say it. I don't know why. It's just you telling me. What did he say about Tom Holland's Spider-Man?
Oh, I can't remember now. He says, "I'm gonna." He says he can't wait to get his hands on that little fucker or something like that.
Yeah, because they were on about obviously Daredevil and Spider-Man crossing over, and it was like and doing something like that, and it was like, I can't wait to put my hands on that little fucker. Yeah, I'm fully up for that. Yeah. I'm like, Vincent D'Onofrio. I get it. They wanted to do a more comic accurate kind of thing. Felt weird in Hawkeye. It didn't really suit that tone. I'll be honest. I get it. They're doing something different, and it's technically not the same characters from the Netflix show.
This changes every month now. Apparently, it is the same characters from the Netflix show now.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not reporting on it. It changes. It changes every month. So.
I look at it as I look. This is the best way you can look at it. It's not like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is clearly a different alternative universe from like an early point. Think of it this way. This is the best way I can describe it for me personally. I think you'll probably agree with this. Is obviously they're doing all the timeline stuff. Timeline split. They diverge. Earlier on. With Daredevil, I've always felt like it's like, yes, it is split from the timeline, the Netflix show, but from a very late area, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like it's still so the Daredevil we see in the show, it's probably gonna whatever was gonna happen in the season 4, whatever they tease, is in an alternative universe, but it's still the same Daredevil that we've seen in the past 3 seasons.
Yeah.
See, in that sort of way, it's the best. You kind of meet in the middle a little bit. With something like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it's like, no, they strayed away much more early on. It's clearly a very different timeline.
Yeah.
A lot of things are different there. They got Ghost Rider. Obviously, yeah, they had Sam Jackson in for like a 5-minute cameo, but, in that private jet, which was cool to see him, I guess, but, yeah. Yeah. With the timeline and everything, I just can't wait to see these characters back, man.
I can't. The little bits we've had.
I'd with him showing that when he showed up in that Hawaiian shirt and the white suit. For me personally, that just confirms that this character, this Kingpin, is going to face to face with Spider-Man.
Well, yeah, because that's from
me,
a Spider-Man cover, that, isn't it? Yeah.
So, but I'd love to see just if they do an episode. I know it's like a thing here. This is for me. This is like something I would, it won't faze me that they do something like that. Maybe a little bit. If in the Deadpool TV show, that was just one episode.
Daredevil TV show, not Deadpool.
Deadpool, yeah, sorry.
Daredevil.
Sorry, it was about Deadpool. Daredevil. In the Daredevil show, because they're bringing it back, thinking about all the hype that they got for Deadpool 3 and the whole excitement they had for No Way Home. Column. If I will cry if they bring Tom Holland Spider-Man in that episode, just one episode.
You're not seeing it. You're not seeing it. Sorry. I want it just as much as you, mate, but it's not going to happen.
But like you said, they're turning shit around.
Yeah, Marvel are turning shit around. Sony is no way, Jose, going to let their character be on a TV show.
It's a dream.
It's a dream. I want it. Everyone wants it. It ain't happening. I'm also happy with Vincent D'Onofrio's comments. I think he's shown that everyone's heart's in the right place and everyone is trying to make the best show they possibly can. And that's just proof of them restarting it again. But, yeah. Right, before it gets to an hour, let's wrap this shit up. This has been Movies and Beyond. Kyle, anything you want to add before we go? Nope, you don't get time today. So, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Leave us a comment down below.
Also, sorry. Next week, expect a late review, but it'll be somewhat fun. We'll have a bit of fun with it. We were talking about doing a review of Spider-Man 2. Callum, should we do it? Might be late, but
we'll do a review for Spider-Man 2.
Well, maybe we'll have it as a topic. It'll be like the last topic or something in next week's show.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do it after Kyle's Starfield review.
Yeah, you're never fucking getting that.
So, yeah. But definitely no Monday show next week, because we're just going to be getting back from our weekend away. We're just going to want to play Spider-Man.
We're doing Friday show, though, aren't we? We're going
to do a video on Friday.
I want to do a Friday show.
You want to do a Friday show?
Yeah, we'll be together, so it'll be funny.
Okay, we can do a Friday show. I don't know how we're going to do it.
Still doing it.
We will manage, I guess, and we'll do a Friday show. Also, I am going to preset on this now. I'm going to wake up early. I'm going to watch Gen V, record the review, and get that out before we even go away. Play a little bit of Spider-Man. And, yeah. But
I watched a little bit of review of Gen V. It's obviously Soulja Boy's episode next week. I may watch that and I can't review it with you.
Yeah, because I'm going to be doing it very early at morning. I'm talking like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Alright. See you at 4 o'clock.
Mate, fuck off. Bye.